Hey, this is not a podcast episode, although this is Tyrone. You looking at it right. I am Tyrone. I am the host of the Lisper podcast. And usually when you see me in this vicinity, this is usually a podcast episode, but it's not a podcast episode. This is a full review of the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four! That's right. I saw the Fantastic Four on Thursday night. Okay. Came out on Thursday. All right. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it's Sunday afternoon. Y'all had 3.5 days to fucking go see it. Okay. So if you didn't go see it by now, that's your problem. That's your fault. And you probably don't want to see it. So don't talk to me about spoilers. Plus, I put spoilers in the thing. So there will be some spoilers on here. And you know, when people do full reviews, there's spoilers. And I'm doing a full review today because, like I said, anybody who wanted to see it had a chance to see it. And anybody who didn't have a chance to see it, I'm going to tell you right now, save your money. It'll be on streaming in about a couple of months, and then you can pay $20 and you can watch it at home and watch it with your children at home and eat popcorn at home, and then maybe it'll be worth the money because it ain't worth the $20 to go see it in the theaters right now. I don't care what nobody say. All right, I watched this movie, and I guess in comparison to the previous Fantastic Fours that came before it, and I guess that's what's stuck in the minds of these critics, and that's what's stuck in the minds of these people, or maybe they're just different than me because a lot of people were saying they liked it. A lot of people was calling it one of the greatest Marvel movies of all time since Endgame. A lot of people was praising it, saying it was awesome, saying it was fantastic, saying all these great things about it, and I like to say that I firmly 100% stand on my disagreements in that. And I like to say that the old Fantastic Four movies is not clouding my judgment in any way whatsoever. Are they better? Is this movie better than all of the old Fantastic Fours that we ever seen? Yes. That ain't saying much. That ain't saying much because those movies were terrible, and the only thing this movie had to do to be better than them was not be terrible. And I ain't saying it's a terrible film. I'm just saying I didn't like it. I'm just saying that I was bored for most of the movie. I'm not gonna lie. I was bored for most of the movie. The beginning of the movie came out and they were telling the story about the Fantastic Four, and I already knew about the Fantastic Four, so I wasn't too excited about that. I wasn't too interested in that. And then Reed and Sue, I don't know. It was just a weird dynamic. And then everybody's praising this Johnny Storm. Everybody's praising this Johnny Storm, and I thought Johnny Storm was weird in this movie. He was weird to me because he was doing quirky things, like he was eating cereal before the dinner table. He was playing with the little toy out the cereal box, and he was doing a lot of quirky shit. And him being in love or falling in love or liking the Silver Surfer, and him explaining it like I love space and I love a woman, so a naked space woman is cool. It was quirky, right? But then Reed was saying how he was one of the greatest scientific minds he's known, and they used Johnny to solve the Silver Surfer's language. So what is he? Because he's extremely smart, but he's quirky, but he's like, it was weird. The dynamic of him was just weird, and the dynamic of him and Reed was weird too, because he was like, it didn't seem like they tried to make it like it was this big family thing, and it didn't feel like family. It felt like that Reed was the brother-in-law, and he didn't really like him. That's the vibe that I got off of it. Like he don't really like Reed, but Reed's a brother-in-law or whatever. And then the thing looked weird, and the thing looked weird to me. I'm sorry, but the visuals on the thing didn't look right to me, and the thing wasn't thinging. I didn't see nothing strong. Matter of fact, I didn't see any of their powers being really like shown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we know the Human Torch. The Human Torch. We know he can light up. We know he can fly, and he flames on and all that shit. We saw him do that. Okay, it was cool. We know Thing is strong, but we never seen Thing really get strong. We saw him pull a boat out the water, and that's all we really saw of him. We saw him pick a Volkswagen Beetle up, but anybody that's strong can pick up a Volkswagen Beetle. I've seen regular dudes get a Volkswagen Beetle at least up off the ground. You know what I'm saying? So and then it's like it's kind of corny because they wanted to display their powers, but they knew they didn't have enough fight scenes in the movie to display their powers. You know what I'm saying? So they would show Reed stretching out to like reach for stuff in his office. Bullshit. They show Thing with the kids pick up the car. Oh, Thing is strong before the fight. Bullshit. And they showed your boy flame on. He flamed on to absorb some fire or whatever. You know what I mean? And they had a couple of scenes in the beginning of the movie. The Fantastic Four fought all these bad guys, and they showed scenes of them, but they were like broad scope scenes of them all together fighting together. It was kind of like, okay, they're doing this just to showcase their powers. They're doing this just to say, okay, this is a little bit of a showcase of their powers before they actually get into a big fight. It was like, I don't know. I was bored with it. I'm sorry, I was bored with it. And then they talked about this big family dynamic, but I didn't see this big family dynamic. I saw more love. I did. I saw more love between them than the other Fantastic Fours. And I know the baby was an added thing to it. I know like the joy of the pregnancy was added to it. And I saw the panic and Reed saying, like, you know, we fucked up. We got special powers. Like, so what the fuck this baby gonna be? And then I saw, and then it was a weird display of the power because Reed made all these machines and all of these things and all of this stuff so that he could look at the baby, monitor the baby, see the baby. And then Sue comes in and makes her stomach invisible. So he can just look right in her stomach and see the baby. And she's like, look at the baby is normal, whatever. And that was just like showcase her powers at the time. I thought that was corny. I thought that was corny. I thought that was weak. I thought that was like bullshit. And then I saw the Silver Surfer. And I wasn't impressed with the Silver Surfer. I wasn't impressed with it. I didn't like that look. I think the look of the old Silver Surfer from the Rise of the Silver Surfer movie kind of looked more shiny. You know, look more better than me. And the Silver Surfer didn't really do much. We saw a little bit of her phasing power because she could phase through stuff. We saw that. They put that on display. And the surfing was awesome. I ain't gonna lie, the space surfing was kind of decent, but other than that, it was like, I wasn't moved by it. I wasn't excited by it. I wasn't nothing. I didn't get out my seat. I didn't anticipate. I didn't feel anything. Okay, now I'll admit that when they went to go see Galactus and Galactus asked for that baby and Galactus looked fucking awesome. And I admit that chase scene, when they left and they had to get away from Galactus and the Silver Surfer was chasing them and they had to go through the black hole, it was intense a little bit. That scene was a little bit decent, whatever the case may be. And I was like, okay, player, here we go. And I thought the movie was going to pick up, and then the movie went right back to board. It went right back to them coming back down. And when they first came back down, they did the press conference. They said, we didn't save Galactus. He wanted our baby, and we ain't giving up the baby, whatever. And the people responding to that. That was a cool scene. That was, woo. That acting was peak right there. And then the movie went back to board. I ain't care about all that talk about the quantum and moving the earth and all that stuff. It was just a bunch of conversations and whatever the case may be. And then Silver Surfer came and destroyed all that. And they're like, okay, we got to use the baby for bait to get Galactus and all that. I was like, okay, man, this is becoming too much. And now it's all about Franklin. And I wanted to say, hey, Franklin got this amazing power. Let him show it. I thought Franklin was going to beat Galactus because it's obvious the Fantastic Four couldn't beat him. Galactus came in and fucked him up. And that wasn't even a cool fight. Like, I thought that, I mean, they could have spent at least another 5 minutes on Galactus's fight. Because Galactus' fight was kind of corny. He kind of like shot Thing out in space, got rid of him real quick, disposed of him. He stretched Reed out, damn near killed him, and Thing came back with Johnny and got Reed loose. And then Sue, and then the rest of the fight was just Sue using her powers to push him back and try to push him into the thing, and them knocking over stuff and trying to help her get him into the thing and Reed getting the baby back. It was like Galactus at the end was kind of lackluster to me. He was Galacluster. Yeah, he was just He Galact. Whatever you want to say, he wasn't. Galactus wasn't that shit to me. He looked good, but he didn't act good when he got to the end. So I'm just saying that I was bored in the beginning of the movie. I was bored in the beginning of Act 3. The end of the movie and how they defeated Galactus was kind of very much so lackluster to me. Galactus didn't seem that powerful when he got down there. He didn't make a formidable foe. Now, hopefully Galactus does get back. Galactus' ship was awesome. I like Galactus' ship, and the way Galactus' ship came through and the way Galactus destroyed that planet, that was fucking awesome. I give him that. That was fucking awesome. But now we also got to understand the Galactus ship is still up there. It's still up there chilling. The ship didn't go nowhere, so the ship is still chilling. I guess they're gonna go up there and try to figure out what to do with that ship or something. I don't even know what they did with the ship, whatever the case may be. But I didn't see nothing fantastic about this film. I was quite bored. The family dynamic didn't faze me at all. I mean, it was nicer than they usually are in the other Fantastic Four movies, but I didn't see this whole family dynamic. The acting was good. I didn't see this whole thing where people were talking about the acting was so great and praising Pedro Pascal. Vanessa Kirby was good. She seemed like she had the emotion on her face. And Pedro Pascal he was good for what the script was, but I didn't see nothing. There was no definitive moment. There was nothing for me to go, man, if this wasn't a comic book movie, he'd get an Oscar. You know what I'm saying? So for me, the movie was not that great. For me, Superman was way better. For me, Thunderbolts even like moved the needle for me more than this movie. And then I want to talk about that end credit scene. The end credit scene was kind of exciting. Sue got up with the baby, it was 4 years later, and Franklin's sitting there, and Sue gets up to go get him another boot, and another book, not boot, but while Sue was there, and then she comes back in, and Dr. Doom is there. And Dr. Doom is there, but you don't see his face, but he's there, and Franklin's reaching for him, and it was interesting. It was interesting. It's telling us about Doom. It's setting some up, but the thing is, I was disappointed because that Doom mask didn't look too good. The mask that Doom had in his hand as he was getting Franklin did not look good to me. It looked like, I don't know. It made me think like that mask was kind of corny. So I'm like, I hope that's not the mask that Dr. Doom is really going to be wearing in Avengers Doomsday, because that mask does not excite me at all. That mask did not move the needle. So I was focused on, I knew the fact it was Dr. Doom and he's coming to get Franklin, and I'm excited about that. I'm like, whoa, but that mask looked kind of corny too. So I'm just saying, all in all, this movie's getting a lot of praise. This movie, a lot of people saying the MCU is back. MCU is back. People are saying that. People was praising the acting. People was praising the family dynamic. People was saying that this is the best Fantastic Four they ever seen, which ain't saying much. And people is going off the rails for this, and the critics and everybody is agreeing, but not me. I give this movie a stretch 5. A stretch 5, which means I stretched it to get it to 5 out of 10. I was going to say 6 to be nice, but no. For me, it just wasn't it. So if you want to go see the Fantastic Four, go ahead. But if you haven't seen it already, I'm telling you right now, you can wait. You can wait for sure. But thank you, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. And on Facebook, please like this video and follow your boy. Come on, man. Like, show some support. I was told that I have to say that after all of my videos, because apparently people don't know that they have to like and subscribe to show support. And people told me that I don't ask people to do it, and that's probably why they're not doing it. So now, at the end of all of my videos, I'm going to ask y'all or remind you to like and subscribe, because that's what I was told to do. And until then, I'll see you next time.